Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
This is, episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
We got a few things actually. Well, I thought we'd do something fun and creative today. So we're going to make our own pro sports Mount Rushmore. So we're going to look at boxing, baseball, basketball, and football. So I'm sure most of y'all have probably seen Mount Rushmore with the four presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
But we're going to be replacing them with elite athletes.
Yeah, gotta replace it.
So first up for boxing, I'm going to read mine off, and then I'll let y'all make a list.
Okay,
So
cool.
I've got Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and Sugar Ray Robinson.
That's a good one. I'll let you go next, man. What's your four?
Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Mayweather. I want to say Pacquiao.
Pacquiao? Oh, okay, yeah, he's good. Yeah. For me, I'll say Muhammad Ali. I'll say Mike Tyson. I'll say Tank Davis. And I'll say Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, that'd be my four.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like y'all's lists. Definitely different than mine. I should have put Pacquiao on there for sure.
Yeah, because he was like a lot of people didn't appreciate his value that he had. I mean, the dude was fat. He was the only one that really gave Mayweather the blues. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And there was a possible rematch, too. Yeah.
That should have happened. That would have really broke the internet.
That would have been good.
That would have broke the internet for sure. Yeah.
As I was researching boxing and some of the best boxers, I noticed there were two Sugar Rays, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I wanted to discuss who was better between Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Ray Robinson. And so, Leonard's numbers, 36 of 40 wins, 25 knockouts, 3 losses, and 21 draws. And then Robinson, 175 of 202 with 19 losses, 6 draws, 2 no contests, and 108 knockouts. And Ali did say that he was number one. Do y'all think that maybe Sugar Ray Robinson is one of the best ever?
Yeah, over. I'll let you go ahead.
That's tough to say. I don't particularly know the stats for Muhammad Ali, but he might have been one of those. I kind of look at him as like Scottie Pippen. Like, Jordan gets all the attention, but
he's the underdog.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, I agree. I say Sugar Ray Robinson for sure. Yeah, it shows in his numbers. The numbers don't lie. So, yeah, definitely over Leonard.
Right.
Yeah, and 108 knockouts. I mean, I don't think I've seen numbers like that.
We never seen that. Yeah. That's crazy. And isn't that one season?
No, it's throughout his career.
Throughout the whole thing.
I'm always wondering are we going to see anybody like Sugar Ray Robinson in the future?
I mean, 108 knockouts, you got to really, that's years. That's years of,
I don't think so because, not because of the talented player, whoever the boxer is, but just the fact that all boxers are evolving and growing. Everybody's becoming stronger and faster, so it'd be a lot tougher. The competition more fierce, contrast to how the competition was. But you think about it, like Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis, those guys, they were elite. So they were like the 1% comparison to the 80-90% that were subpar average. But nowadays, in 2024, everybody knows the ins and outs of conditioning and training to be stronger and faster. So
exactly. And we gotta realize, I think back in the day, they had more fights versus now. A lot of these young fighters, they fight months down the line, decide to fight again. They only have like 2 or 3 fights a year. So it's. That's going to take a minute to do if it's in that pace. Now, if they're fighting more, then maybe. You know what I mean? So, right.
Yeah, the evolution of the sport has definitely changed the way, boxers operate now.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see. And then up next, baseball. So I'm not completely familiar with baseball, so I'm going to lean on y'all for some of these picks.
Okay. We could do an overall for all of us together. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The 4 that I had listed, and let me know what y'all think about these. Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Joe DiMaggio, and then Babe Ruth.
Sounds like a good list to me. For sure, Babe Ruth for me. Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson. That he would have been a second edition for sure.
Right.
What about you?
I'll go with Hank Aaron, Nolan Ryan.
Mm.
And let's see. I would say Mark McGuire, but I think he got busted for steroids. I mean, he was a good player, but
yeah, that steroid. Yeah, see,
yeah.
And I think that and that's sad, because we look at certain players like, man, you were a legend, and then we find out some backstory like, hey, I did steroids for this Super Bowl or this, World Series. Yeah. It's like it kind of puts a damper on it.
I still like him as a player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, who would be the fourth one? I'll say either Barry Bonds or Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many, they like the legends too. So.
Yeah, that actually does lead into my next question of who do we love more between Sammy Sosa or Mark McGuire? And do you think they belong on the mountain?
Sammy Sosa, oh my God. That's a tough one right there.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because, I say Mark McGuire still. Yeah, I see him.
I don't know, man. That's...
You don't know. It's kind of
that's literally like neck and neck.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Mark McGuire.
Yeah, if we had to choose, Mark McGuire.
And that kind of has me thinking, like, you have a lot of athletes in multiple sports coming out and saying that people are using steroids pretty regularly.
Yeah. And some people use it as excuses for other things, but if you're a pro athlete and you're using them, a lot of people think LeBron's using them. You know what I mean? But I hope that's not the case. I hope everything was organic with these players. So
right. It's tough to say though.
Yeah.
When you think of steroids, because I do powerlifting, not the same as bodybuilding, but when you think about steroids, first thing that comes to my mind is like needle injection and the body, but it could be like through a pill or
exactly. So either way, it's like you're kind of cheating yourself though. You know what I mean? Because if you know you're one of those players, even if you're not at your highest peak, you still gotta be authentic in your career. So
correct. Yeah.
I think if it's legal and natural, it's not really that big of a deal. And we've seen a lot of, with the advancements, we've seen things like testosterone therapy and things like that.
Right.
To see some of these elite athletes play longer, I think would be great, but it's got to be done safely.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't overdo it. Like I said, pill. The injection is like a no-no. Anything needle, it just looks bad. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And the side effects, because you have to know what the side effects, if there are any.
Right. Yeah.
I remembered Sylvester Stallone had got caught at the border with a lot of steroids.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He came out and said, "Hey, this stuff is going to be perfectly legal in about 10 years," and it was.
Right.
Some of the stuff that he was using.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So let's take a look at basketball. I'm fairly certain we're definitely going to have Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron on the mountain. But let's discuss who else is up there, and do we have any possible replacements?
Oh man, I'll let you go actually.
First person that came to my mind was Pistol Pete Maverick. Let's see. You already said Shaq, Kobe, and LeBron. So there's so many other players too. Vince Carter, the highlight reel. Put on the show for everybody. He always be real proud, no matter even though he wasn't with the best team at the time, the Raptors.
Right.
Let's put some Pete, Vince Carter. Let's see. Drawing a blank right now. Tracy McGrady. And last but not least. I'll take Scott or Karl Malone and
Nice.
Who was his other guy? John Stockton.
Okay. My list. I'm gonna do old school and new school. I'm gonna do a mix. So for one, Kobe Bryant. I'll say Derrick Rose. You know what I mean? He's an all-time legend to me. I see Michael Jordan. I'll put Michael Jordan, and then another new school. I see Kevin Durant because he's just a one of those kind of player. You're not gonna find another Kevin Durant for sure.
He's been in the league for how many years now?
A long time.
I know.
He's been in there for a minute. He to say how long he's been in there, he probably should have had more rings, but and since we're on the topic of him, we know he started with OKC.
Right.
trading on to. How do you feel about him leaving Russell Westbrook in that situation? Because they had the prime team.
Harden, Westbrook, and Durant, and I mean that was. I'm surprised they didn't win a
ring.
Yeah.
That shook the world when they didn't.
I know they just split off
Yeah.
I think that was if they would have stayed together like 1 or 2 seasons, they could have possibly won a ring.
They could have won. Yeah. But no, he's still one of my Rushmore. Like, definitely look up to KD.
Yeah, for mine, I couldn't quite choose a fourth, so I kind of rounded it down to maybe a B team. So if ABC, we got LeBron, Jordan, and Kobe. I would say maybe for DEF, Magic Johnson. I have to put Charles Barkley on. He's always been my number one. And then Kevin Durant was on the list.
Yeah. See? So we're on the same, with KD for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then moving on to NFL, this is something we love to cover on J&J Sports.
Yes.
We usually always have an NFL topic.
Yeah.
And for mine, I picked different positions. So I've got Tom Brady, number 1, Jerry Rice, number 2, Emmitt Smith, number 3, and a relatively new player, Patrick Mahomes, as the 4th.
Okay, that's a good selection.
That's a good look. Yeah. For me, quarterback-wise, Tom Brady. Randy Moss, if we look at wide receiver. Who else? Okay, I'll just get my forfeit. Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Randy Moss, and Ray Lewis.
Okay. For me, I go with Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders. Let's see. I would say Brady and Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, that's my 4, James.
If we were going to make a B team for offense, I was thinking maybe Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Randy Moss, and Barry Sanders. Could y'all maybe make a B team for
Peyton Manning for sure? Because we can't forget. I like Peyton Manning. I like his play style.
Right.
Man, that's a good one, man. Can it be new current players too?
Yeah, it could be anyone.
I like Derrick Henry a lot. I feel like he's good. No, scratch that. Saquon Barkley. I like him a lot. Yeah. Saquon Barkley, Michael Vick, and who's the 4th? I say Reggie Bush. Yeah. You?
I mean, I probably have the same similar pick. I mean, only person I would probably replace would be legend quarterback from the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Marino. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then how about all defense? I had Lawrence Taylor, Charles Woodson, Ray Lewis, and Randy White.
I'll let you start with the defense.
Warren Sapp. Let's see. I'm not too familiar with all the defensive.
Who's Sherman?
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. Always, he just
Okay.
I like Richard Sherman a lot.
Yeah. Who else? I'm not too familiar with the defense.
With the defensive side, but no, for sure, like them, just known players, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. Yeah, he was.
Trying to think of who else.
Because they don't get the credit that they
defense defense never got like Ray Lewis, the only one that really stood out and got that attention.
Right.
But they're the ones that really win the games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
for my defensive B team, I've got Charles Haley, Deion Sanders, J.J. Watt, and Ed Reed.
Oh, for sure, Deion Sanders. Yeah, forgot about I have Deion Sanders too.
Right.
And just to kind of close this topic off, I was kind of curious what y'all thought about these defensive players. Who do you want on your team between Lawrence Taylor or Ray Lewis?
That's a good one. They both were dogs at that time.
I gotta lean towards Lewis, just because I feel like he can pass rush, but he also has that coverage down and all of that too.
I say Lewis too because he knew intelligently knew the offense, read the offense. Not saying that Taylor didn't, but he's he knows when it's coming. So yeah.
I would go with Lawrence Taylor, but I just think off the deal he's just kind of rough around the edges, just a little extreme. But both are good players, but if I had to choose one between the two, it'd be Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis, of course. Yeah, and you're a Baltimore fan, so you know he's that's die hard. Yeah.
Exactly.
So y'all, please let us know what you think about that in the comments. Let us know for boxing, basketball, football, and baseball.
Yes.
And then up next,
See all of it more in 2024.